Hey everyone, this is completely impromptu, so yeah, I don't know if anybody's gonna join me. This might be a 5 minute stream, it might be 30 minutes, I don't know. We'll see how long we go. I got a big giant order in from InStock Trade today, and I decided I'd go in and show it off, talk a little bit about what I got coming up on some stuff, and we'll just see where this goes. So what's going on? We got Stave up in the house. What's going on, man? Unruly Simeon, thank you for joining me. So yeah, this is basically this stack of stuff came in from InStock Trade today, and I was like, I was gonna go through it anyway, and I was like, well, I'll just show off kind of what I got. Most of this is stuff for either the indie show or Gotham City Chronicles. That's usually what I buy trades for right now, at least. So yeah, and then but I will say that I've become a big fan. Like through the indie show, I've started reading a lot of indie stuff, but I kind of prefer to get it as trades than buying the individual issues, at least for me, because I can read like clumps of it at a time. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I've been one of the stories I've been reading and doing shows for is Descender. So I picked up the last 3 volumes of Descender. They're not in order. Yeah, I think they do have that. Like, I'll get to that in a minute because I have one of them came, but they didn't have year 2. I think when I looked before, when I made this order, so I didn't order year 2 and year 3. But I'll get to that in a minute. So Descender 4. And these are just the floppies. Actually, I've enjoyed Descender enough. I don't know. Of course, I'm only halfway through it. 5. And, oh, no, this is 5. That's 6. And 6. So I picked up Descender 4, 5, and 6 so I could complete that story. If the second half is as good as the first half, I'll probably look for a hardcover of that. I don't know if one exists yet. Yeah. Unruly. You and me both, Unruly. I've been buying a lot of trades. What's up, Don't Sleep? Yeah, I want my comic collection in terms of the floppies to be like specific stuff. And yeah, I think for me, trades are fine. I'm not necessarily on the hype train on some of this stuff. Like I'm looking forward to reading volume 2 of Something's Killing Children, but I'm not gonna pick up the floppies. So it's just the way I am. Hey Gore, what's going on? I have just gotten started with. I'm just starting to dig in, but I do enjoy reading them this way. I think more than like doing the floppy things on that kind of story. But yeah, so we got the rest of the Cinder, so we can finish. I can finish that up with Andy and John and Justin. No Good Comics. Yeah, 3 of us can finish that up. So hopefully in the next month or so, we'll get through Descender completely. I picked up volumes 4 and 5 of Monstrous, so we will be all caught up with where the story is at that point. So we'll be waiting on new stuff to come out. I like indies more. He just won't admit it. I'll admit, East and West is the best thing I've read in a long time, comics wise. There's no doubt. Descender is close. We'll see how it ends. It may or may not. I think it could bump East and West off. We'll see, but I'm enjoying Monstrous a lot. I'm enjoying Fables. It took a while for Fables. I know that makes Unruly and John mad, but it took a while. Nice. That is cool. Hey, there's Ruben. What's going on? Cowabunga fam. So yeah, so we got Monsters 4 and 5 also. And then the other stuff I got for the indie show was Saga 7, 8, 9. So what is this one? That's 7. So yeah, 7, 8. Is that Alana on a horse? Is Alana on a horse or a zebra or something? And 9. So I have a chance. We'll do one more show with Saga. That'll catch us up to where Saga is also. So that'll get Saga and Monstrous completely caught up. Descender completed. We just finished, if you didn't watch it, we finished East of West discussion last night. We had Alex to the end hop in here. What's going on? Yeah. they're a little slow right now, although this one was not as bad. This one I placed, I want to say around 17th of November, and I got it today. So that's less than a month. They had been running about a month during the or a little more during the pandemic, so they're caught up a little bit. I do think their stock's a little low. There's a lot of stuff that's just out, but yeah, so they're catching up. So basically, I got Saga completed with what's out, Monsters completed with what's out, and the end of Descender. And then I picked up 3 hardcovers. So since we've been talking about it, picked up year 1 of East of West. I did not buy year 2 because they were in year 3 with this order because they were out of year 2, and so I probably should have just went out and picked up year 3. I don't know why I didn't, but so I got to grab year 2 somewhere and year 3. I've also noticed they don't have a different cover. I don't think the interior is any different, but I do think it's like they've got a second cover or something now for these hardcovers. But I just picked up the original year 1, so I'm really looking forward to digging into this. My understanding is there's a ton of bonus and extra material. Like I said, this has been my favorite thing to read that I've read in a while. Let's see who we got. I really get the box from almost every week. What's going on? Hi, Leia. Okay, so I get a box like once a month. So yeah, you're definitely putting them more through college than I am. Nice. Third Eye. Okay. Yeah. And so I've been ordering mostly through InStock trades. I don't know if there's another great outlet for trades online that might have some stuff that's different or older or, different printings or whatever. But so yeah, I don't know if there's another option. InStock Trades is the one I've been using. I'm super pumped to get this hardcover of East to West. I want to get the other 2. Probably I will order those in my next order of something. Really, you got it in 2 weeks. Very cool. At half price graphic novels. Is that a website? Unruly? I might have to check them out. Hi, Leia. Eddie. Okay, so that's everybody just saying hello. What's up, Eddie? I don't know if I said hello to you or not. If I did, I already forgot. So, we got new comments coming up here. This is Hi, Leia saying hello to me. So I'm looking forward to flipping through this, seeing what all the extras are. Loving this a little kind of deluxe format. So yeah, I'm probably going to try to complete this and have this in hardcover, which means probably at some point I'll probably give away my trades on East and West. So we'll see about that. So I grabbed that one. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Nice. And then I debated for a long time about getting the absolute edition of year 1, of Batman year 1. And ultimately, I seen it in my comic shop, and it's gigantic. And I decided I did not want to do anything that big. I don't really have a good space for it. It was too much for me, which maybe I'll regret later, but I didn't grab it. But I did want to get a better copy of year 1, so I grabbed the deluxe edition hardcover. I've been getting several of these deluxe edition Batman size stories. I like the size on these better. And like I said, I just wanted a really nice copy of year 1. So super excited to have this added to the collection. Yeah, so that was one of the other hardbacks I got. And yeah, they're just giant. And I don't know, it was too much. I don't really have, they will not fit on these shelves. I guess if I basically took a shelf out and made them giant, I could make, it's crazy. Paper Girls, Black Hammer 2, East of West 3 are in my mailbox. Nice. And then the last one I got was, this was one I've never read anything of. I'm a big fan of Darwin Cook, but I've never read any of these particular stories. And Kavi and I were talking about doing for East and West, and when he or not doing it for Gotham City Chronicles. So rather than just grab the trade, I grabbed the hardcover deluxe edition of Ego, which is all the Darwin Cook Batman stories. So yeah, just, which I think has, what does it say? It's got like Batman Ego, Batman Spirit, Catwoman Selena's Big Score, Batman Black and White, and a couple other things in here. Basically, anything Darwin Cook did Batman related is in this. So I get bigger. It doesn't get bigger shelves. Oh goodness. So what am I going to start next? Well, right now I'm trying. Like I wrapped up East and West. Like last night on last night's show and reading that. I want to get through Descender, Saga, Monstrous, and get them kind of off the board. Then we're about halfway through. Well, one more show and we'll be halfway through Wicked and Divine. So I want to get through that. And then I already have volume 1 of Southern Bastard. So that's when I'll probably start. And then I don't know. I have not decided. I've been going back and forth on where I'll go next indie-wise. I've been getting lots of suggestions. I just haven't locked in for sure what's going to be next. I do also have Reborn, but it's a one-off that we're going to do at some point on the show. But in terms of like series, I haven't decided where I'm going to go next. It's based on Parker, based on crime novels. So is it like I was going to say Spencer for Hire, but that's Robert B. Parker wrote Spencer for Hire. Sorry. So I was thinking it was like Spencer stories that were comics. Hey, Fusa, what's going on? Daymares. So, yeah. So, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Like, where's my list of potentials? There's my potentials. Like, we talked about this a little bit last night after off air. Things that are on my list. Paper Girls is on there. Why the Last Man. Black Science. Lock and Key. 100 Bullets. Invincible. I've never read the Sandman stuff. Deadly Class, Black Hammer, Lazarus, Lumberjanes, 7 to Eternity, Sheriff of Babylon, The Dying and the Dead, which I think was the one you were mentioning last night. No, that's what Knights of Khonshu was mentioning last night. Somebody had mentioned that to me at some point. Let's see, Miracle Man, Old Guard, Middle West. Yeah, so I mean, there's a ton of stuff on here. That's not even the whole list. Hey, Louis the 13th, what's going on? Unruly's all over Invincible. A bunch of people have said Invincible. I've been a little bit reluctant because that's more superhero stuff, and I wouldn't want to read other stuff first, I think. But so yeah. Planetary. I don't think Planetary has made my list. I know what I've heard of that, but like I've seen that around, but I've never read it, and I don't think it's on my list yet. Gore. So Planetary. Okay. My pencil is apparently out of lead. There's another one. All right, so Planetary is added to the list of stuff to read. So there you go. Oh, I do have that Valiant thing that Daymares sent me. That's kind of a one-off because it's just like a little intro to a bunch of them. So I need to work that in at some point. It's kind of just a one thing. I do also have a volume of the first volume of Usagi that I was going to read and I've never read. Hialeah is pumped about Reborn. I think we still need one for Reborn, Hialeah, if you want to be on that at some point. Well, you better be fun. You're the one that recommended it. So you're the one that was like, you need to read that. So that's why I bought it. It's from you. I'm trying to be like you. So Neighbors has got Invincible, hasn't read them yet. There you go. So yeah, so those are. So yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to go next. I'm probably not going to do a big order. Like, I'll probably do a show and talk about it. Like, once we get through a couple of these and get my ongoing list knocked down, probably sometime in January, I'll come back and do a discussion about where I should go next with the indie show and what I should read, and maybe do some polls and see what you guys think, and just have some fun with it. So we may do that. Pick what Jason reads, or you guys get to pick one, I get to pick one, and maybe we pick one other one to start, like, or 2 or 3 to start after I get rid of 3 or 4. So I don't have too many going on, or maybe 2 to start because I still have Fables going on and I still have Wicked and Divine. So if I can get a couple of these knocked out, then maybe we'll do that. Salts, what's in? So Hile is in for Reborn. So I think we got a full crew for that. So I'll try to get that scheduled. Because I think Reborn is Unruly, Geek Aficionado, and Hialeah. So I have 3 people now on the Reborn list. So we'll get that scheduled. Oh, nice. Very cool. Salty is in Chicago. Louis already said hello too. Yeah, so that's everybody. So, yeah, I think I'll probably do in January, kind of get past the holidays, get past all my Christmas expenses, and then I'll probably make another big order, and start a few things and see what you guys think, where I should go. Oh, they both got that McFarlane variant to Reborn. Very nice. So yeah, so we'll run back through, do a real quick recap, and then I'll get out of here because I don't know that I have anything particular to say. I know big episode of Lamer Frames tonight, and I'm sure there's lots of other stuff going on, and this was completely impromptu. I was like, oh, awesome. Hialeah is down for Reborn. So picked up the final 3 volumes of Descender, 4, 5, and 6. So we can probably do 2 shows to finish that. We'll probably do 4 and 5, and then do 6 and discuss the series. So I'll probably try to get that scheduled. The only indie show I have scheduled right now is the 17th. We're doing the next 2 volumes of Fables. So next Thursday. Don't know if I'm going to schedule anything for Christmas week or the week between Christmas and New Year's. Maybe see what some people think. But so 2 shows of Descender left to do. We're going to wrap up Saga in 1 more show, even though there's 3 volumes. That's how Kavi tells us we should do it. He keeps, I don't know if it's just because he wants to do fewer shows or if he really thinks the story works that way. but we're doing what Comic Books NYC said. Plus, Backseat Driver has a really tough schedule, so the fewer shows it takes to book him for, probably the better. So we will wrap up Saga in 1 more show, probably sometime right after the first of the year. Hey, Brett, what's going on? Years before he wrote Watchmen. We should probably, it's someone I've read Watchmen though, but I should probably do a Watchmen. I don't have a hard copy of Watchmen anymore. Do I? I think I have a digital copy through my Comixology account, but I don't have a hard copy of Watchmen anymore. So at some point we should probably do that, even though I've read it. Yeah, I need to. Well, you'll see here in a second. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I need to order 2 and 3 yet. Hardcovers are a little more expensive. I have to take my pace myself on those a little bit. Gideon Falls, best comic he's ever read. Really, I don't know that anybody has actually recommended Gideon Falls to me. Because usually, if somebody says something, I write it down. Gideon. I mean, I've heard of it. I just haven't. Yeah, Gideon Falls. All right, it's on the list. So, there's another one that needs to be on the list. I don't know. Why do I have those crossed out? That's weird. Anyway, I was doing a recap. Sorry, I got completely distracted. Monstrous volumes 4 and 5. So I'll be completely caught up to where the authors are on Monstrous. So excited about that. I've really love the art on that thing. I can't. Batman Ego, which and other tales, basically anything Darwin Cook did Batman wise is in this, and I grabbed the deluxe edition hardcover because it's Darwin Cook art. Oh man, look at this cover for Batman 37 that he did. Like, look at that thing. I love Darwin Cook art. That is awesome. Oh, I need it. This is the cover that I've been wanting to grab. I just haven't ever grabbed it. It's super cheap. I just need to grab it. This Batgirl cover. Darwin Cook Batgirl cover. Batman and Robin variant. Very cool. So I know they did a bunch of his variants. Like, I don't know if this was when he passed or what, but and they put them on here. And Catwoman 37. Nice. Is that the Selina's big score? Gore? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's in this. A Harley cover. I know he did a bunch of variants these were all issue 37 of New 52 runs. And I think that was when he passed, I think. Got some Golden Age omnibus covers he did in here. Yeah, as they keep the rights. Yep. I don't know. See if I can find that Catwoman's big score in here. And see if that's who's writing that. Falcone, that's gotta be part of it, yeah. No, this was written by Darwin Cook, written and illustrated by Darwin Cook. So okay, so that's a different section of her run, I guess. Very cool. So I'll have to look for that. Oh, that's the start of the second volume, is what you're talking about. The Brubeck, yeah, that's an excellent. Now I remember what you're talking about. That's the very beginning of Catwoman volume. Well, technically volume 3, I guess, because they count the miniseries, and then the one that started in 2001 or 2003. I think maybe 2003, somewhere in there. And then Batman Year One, I picked up the deluxe edition because I wanted a better copy. I wanted a hardcover copy, and I wimped out on spending the big money for the absolute edition because it's giant. I don't have any place to put it. So I settled for the deluxe edition, which still has lots of cool extras at the back, lots of script and workup on the art, panel layouts, and that kind of stuff. Pre-work on the cover. Yeah, so lots of good bonus stuff in the back of this. And then the last thing I picked up was yeah, that was actually the main series. The thing in this is just a little side story he did. But yeah, that's the main series. Not the 90s series with Balin or whatever. They relaunched it in the early 2000s sometime, and that was Brubaker and Cook. And I have read the beginning of that run, and it's really good. You are correct. What do I think about investing in Star Wars comics going forward? I think for the most part, you missed the boat. I think they're already peaking. I'm actually thinking about doing a show specifically on Star Wars stuff. Maybe Thursday, maybe not till next week. But yeah, a lot of it, I mean, there's still some options out there. A lot of it was undervalued for a long time. A lot of it, people I think some of it, I think people are chasing characters that have no prayer of ever coming to anything. So I think it's a mixed bag, but yeah, I think there's still some opportunities, but you just gotta but a lot of them are too late too. So, and then the last thing, again, was this East of West Year 1 hardcover. I need to get Year 2 and Year 3. And it's got, just some amazing stuff in the back of it as well. Oh, Dragana's art is just, and the colorist also is really good in this, but Dragana's art is just stupid in this series. Love it so much. If you didn't miss our final, we did our finale episode last night, and where we discussed the finale and or the final 2 volumes. Ooh, Little Death and Xiaolin. Oh, these were actual covers or what? Oh, good for you, man. Yeah, those books are not coming down anytime soon. Oh, he invested. Good for you. Yeah, you're definitely we're ahead of it. Big books are up there now. Yeah. I've not read Ice Cream Man. I'm not a huge horror guy, but I've heard really good things about it. I should put it on the list. I'm not anti-horror. I'm just not like horror is not my favorite kind of thing. But oh, nice! I'm looking forward to digging into this. I need to stop before I dig into it, and you guys are watching me just flip through the East and West hardcover. So that was my big pickup. Yeah, they didn't cast Rosario Dawson to not use her. that was for darn sure. So James thinks that Star Wars stuff's going to fade. I don't think so anytime soon. At least not like the Ahsoka books. I don't think are anytime soon because I think they're going to keep. My guess is Thursday we're going to get an announcement. They were talking about they have their shareholders saying they're expecting some announcements related to what's coming from Marvel and Star Wars and from Disney, as well as just other stuff, movies, shows, that kind of stuff. So they're expecting potentially some new announcements on Thursday's the 10th. Yeah, on Thursday. So so if there's a Star Wars book you got your eye on next day or so, might be good that you think might be coming really soon that maybe people haven't jumped on. Yeah, next couple days are probably it. So I don't know. I just ordered it for InStock crates. It was still in print. It looks like maybe 2, maybe they just still had it some in stock, because 2 has disappeared and 3 I don't even. Well, they have a different cover, which I don't know if they're different or not because I will be really like, I will want this binding. So if these other covers have a different binding, I'll have to track down the old ones because that's just the way I am. But but I noticed that they have 2 and 3 now, but it's suddenly got a different cover, and I don't know what the deal is with that. I haven't looked into it yet. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a bunch of Star Wars stuff coming. Oh, so Gideon Falls is straight horror. Okay. It seems like a lot of the stuff people recommend that independent wise is there's a lot of horror stuff in there, which is fine. It's not like I won't read it or whatever, but it's just like not necessarily would be my first target. So I am curious about some of that stuff because it does seem like a lot of the things that people recommend have at least an element of that. Or disproportionately, I feel like, or maybe there's just a disproportionate amount of independent horror comics. I don't know. Oh no! Oh, I wish I'd known. I don't know how long ago you did that. I wish I'd known that because I literally. Although you know what, I looked today because I was looking to see if they had 2 back in stock, and I saw they had that other cover, and 1 was no longer listed. So maybe I just snagged the last of their stock. I don't know. I think it's still on Amazon though for like $40, 40 or $50. But obviously you already have one, so because that's where I was thinking about going for volume 2, just so I had the matching binding and not getting that other cover. But I will check out that site and really was talking about 2 earlier. So yeah, it's amazing how quickly I realize the market for hardcovers and stuff is not the same as comics, but it's amazing how quickly this kind of stuff, like they print it and then it disappears and it becomes hard to get. And even some trades become hard to get. Like there's some trades that I've been wanting to grab and they vanish and disappear. And it's so there's definitely a secondary market for this stuff. It's just not the same kind of market that you get for comics. All right, we've been going 30 minutes. I want to keep this short. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. This was just my real quick InStock trades haul. Again, we got year 1 of East to West. I need to get the hardcovers for year 2 and year 3. I finally got a hardcover copy of Batman Year 1. I just went with the deluxe edition because I'm too cheap for the absolute. I got this Batman Ego with Darwin Cook that I'm looking forward to digging into. That was over 6 months ago. Okay, well, they must have had a restock or found some or something then, Daymars. Yeah, Sweet Tooth is one they've been talking about. I think that's also got some horror elements into it, if I'm not mistaken. Monsters 4 and 5, so we'll be all caught up on that for the indie show. Saga 7, 8, and 9. So I'll be all caught up on Saga. And then Descender 4, 5, and 6. So I'll have Descender all wrapped up as well, which is probably, like I said, next to East to West, been the thing I've enjoyed the most so far. That doesn't mean I haven't enjoyed some of the others. These are just, they've been a level above for me. Monstrous has been really good. Saga's been really good. Wicked and Divine's been really good. But Descender and East to West for me have been next level. So Fables has been good after like the first 2 volumes. So yeah. So that's all I got, folks. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. And I'll probably try to see you in the chat somewhere tonight. Later.